the snake, and Nicky Cuba in the car wash is looking for a move. Only 3 Tiger players left, 6 excessive.
Who's going to make the move? It's excessive. Trojan is blasted.
Jason Trojan finally getting shot out of that back bunker. Davey Williamson and Nicky Cuba dominating from the center of the field.
Who's out? It's Donegan. Tigers with only 1 player remaining.
And Neil Everly runs him down.
And it's Kane. He gets blasted by Glaze as well. Excessive. 5-0, a dominant game for them. Excessive shows they are a powerhouse. They win.
Nicky Cuba walking the flag back. Here we have Atkin finally got his gun working to no avail. Takes one in his hand. He's going to walk off dead. London Tigers not looking so good. Matt Donegan takes a triple tap to the small of the back. And then it was just a matter of time. Excessive dominating down the middle of the field. Neil Everly and Nicky Cuba running down the last Tiger player. Sacramento Excessive with the victory.
So Excessive moves to the top of our round robin standings for the time being. Both the Naughty Dogs and the Stockholm Joy in striking distance, and they go up against each other in our next matchup, Matty.
Naughty Dogs have been playing well, and this will be an interesting matchup with the Joy team that's given people fits thus far.
And the Naughty Dogs coming off a hard-fought win over the Hurricanes in the last round. They're led by their captain, Rocky Newth, and little bro Raymond. And the Joy bring the Lundqvist brothers to the fight. Maximus, a veteran player who will be all over that field.
Stockholm Joy showing a little bit of the intensity that's made them one of the best European teams ever to play the game.
Game 1, Naughty Dogs will be on the left, the Stockholm Joy on the right.
Stockholm Joy have gotten pretty far playing a conservative game of paintball.
Maximus with a big dash in the car wash. 7-on-7 Dogs to the snake.
Mac's been doing a really good job of getting to that car wash and then trying to bump out to the snake, but I think he just got shot. He did. Stockholm Joy's best player, Maximus Lundqvist, heads to the dead box. And Brad Roussan bumping up into the car wash for the Dogs. Trying to get his shot on the Dorito side of the field. Raymond Newth in the back, laying down cover fire for Tyler McCluskey, who's into the second notch of the snake.
Both teams with a full stack of players, Matty. Dogs with 7, Joy with 6.
International supermodel Alex Lundqvist back there laying cover fire down for the Stockholm Joy, as well as Eric Melgren, one of the most aggressive players on this rather conservative team.
And it's Cordona, he goes down.
That's a big loss for the Naughty Dogs.
It's evened up at 6 apiece. Not anymore. Lundqvist, the Zoolander of the sport of paintball, he's out.
Heading to the dead box to join his brother already there. It's Joy with 5 players, Dogs with 6. Snake Bottle matching up right now. Storkenfeld again, the little guy. Magnus getting in that first notch of the snake. He's been very consistent getting in there. He's having a hard time bumping down the field, but he's got to that first notch every single time and played well from there.
You can hear the communication. The Stockholm Joy yelling back and forth in Swedish. So hard for the American team, the Naughty Dogs, to understand. But they all have their own language too, Matty.
That's true. You know, each team has their own codes that they've come up with. Some of the codes are similar, but all around the world, people have come up with different names for different bunkers, different ways to play this game.
Brian shooting across the field from the Doritos. Battle in the snake with Storkenfeld and McCluskey, Matty.
We see Tyler McCluskey, the more aggressive player, out on the tape line right now. He's keeping Storkenfeld in. Storkenfeld's not even able to head check on him. Tyler might be able to bump up to this next 50-yard line bunker right here.
6-5 Dogs. Time is running low, though.
Time is running low. The Naughty Dogs are winning this game right now. Here goes Roussan to bunker out the car wash. There's nobody there.
And Roussan is hit with the risky move. And Alderman is out with the Dogs. Naughty Dog
are just falling left and right. This is not good for them. They were winning this game. Now they're down a body.
15 seconds left. Joy is up 1, and now they're up 2 as Rocky Nuth goes down.
The captain gets shot with less than 10 seconds left. He was just yelling at his players earlier to stay alive. Oh, and Jake Erickson gets shot at the last second. If Rocky Nuth had stayed alive, this game would have been tied.
So the 4 minutes run out. The Stockholm Joy successful in game 1, Matty.
Here we have Maximus Lundqvist taking one to the face early on in the game. He walks back to the dead box, and Roussan running through for no reason. Naughty Dogs throw away the game to Stockholm Joy.
Broadway fans know.
Florida and the U.S. Paintball Championships. Equipment is a major factor for each of these players out here. The fine line between winning and losing can often be pinpointed to a single paintball. Manny Marshall is here to drop knowledge on how important those spheres of paint really are.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys a little 411 on the paintballs. This is 68 caliber paintball. This is what gets shot out of every single paintball gun. They're very temperamental, okay? Paintballs, they're susceptible to moisture, they're susceptible to temperature, so you have to be real careful with these paintballs, and all the teams, they take great care in their paint, because if this paintball bounces off the guy you're trying to shoot, you may lose $50,000, and you don't want that to happen. So before the game, the players will pick up some paint, and they have to throw it against the concrete to see, you know, how good the paint is. Now, a good paintball, when it drops, should break from about head height. These paintballs are pretty good. Now, there's different types of paintballs, different colors of paintballs. We're not allowed to use red because, obviously, we don't want, you know, somebody to get injured and us to confuse, you know, the injury with the actual paintball color. You're also not allowed to use staining paintballs. The pigment is real strong in the paint, so you're going to see a lot of yellows, you're going to see a lot of oranges, you're going to see some blues, and that is your paintball.
Nice work, Matty. Thanks a lot. Naughty Dogs looking to blast the Stockholm Joy with a few of those paintballs. Dogs down a game and looking to bounce back. Jamie Little is down with team captain Rocky Nuth getting ready for game 2.
Rocky, the end of that last game, we saw you were very frustrated. What happened?
Well, we had the game won. Basically, we had more bodies than them, and I was telling my guys we were calling the code not to basically run down and get shot stupid. And what do? Get up and run down and get shot stupid, so we lost the game by one body.
So you're frustrated with your own team for not following orders?
Very frustrated, very frustrated.
So are you going to have a little talking to?
We already had it.
And what'd you say?
Can I say it on camera? No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
come on, tell us. In a clean way.
I told them to just tighten up and don't use stupid things. You know, just play tight. You know, it was dumb. We had that game won. We shouldn't have lost that game.
So, Matty, Rocky very upset with his team.
I'll tell you what, Rocky's a very strong captain. He's got a mouth on him, he's got a mind on him, and, you know, he's not afraid to use both.
Well, that's what it takes to be a team captain in this paintball league. Portland Naughty Dogs versus the Stockholm Joy. This is game 2. Joy victorious in game 1. Best of 3.
Tyler McCluskey, super fast move up to the car wash. You know, this guy wants to win. He always plays with intensity. Love Tyler McCluskey. Max Lundqvist consistently getting into that car wash. Let's see if he can stay alive. He got shot last game.
We see a bit of movement. It's Brad Roussan into the snake.
And Storkenfeld gets into the snake for Joy as well. So the snake battle is shaping up yet again. We see Maximus Lundqvist trying to get a shot on the snake right there.
Paintball's flying 200 miles per hour.
Again, Storkenfeld getting dominated in that snake. He's doing a good job of getting in there, but he's really not producing in there at all.
Lundqvist first to go. 6-7 dogs. Both teams very aggressive, Matty.
Well, the Dogs do not want to lose another game to Stockholm Joy, that's for sure. As we see paintballs flying across the Dorito side.
The ref comes over. Cordona's clean.
Hector Cordona, one of the impact players here on the Portland Naughty Dogs.
The player might be hit. The ref comes out, checks him out. Alderman learns that he's gone.
Alderman just got a little bit too greedy over there. Tying this game up, it's now 6-6.
It's Cordona, he's done. 6-5 Joy.
This is not good for the Dogs as they lost pretty much everyone on that Dorito side. You can see Stockholm Joy loaded up on the snake side. Wouldn't be surprised if Maximus tries to get across. Oh, Jake Erickson, he takes one in the grill.
5 apiece.
Jake normally a little bit smarter than that.
And Brad Roussan, he's in the snake hiding out, but he gets tagged. He's done.
Storkenfeld and Maximus both pushing up aggressively on the snake side, taking out Captain Rocky Nude.
5-3 Joy.
Time is running low. Stockholm Joy looking very good at this point.
Hey, get him up! Get him up!
And McCluskey can't handle the pressure, and he's toast.
There's only 2 dogs left. There's no reason Stockholm Joy should throw this game away right now. Less than 20 seconds.
Raymond Newth, and he is gone. Dogs only with 1 person remaining. Not an easy situation for them.
Storkenfeld finally getting some production in that snake.
5 seconds left.
Corey Field, the last remaining Naughty Dog player, trying to get something going.
And he can. Time runs out.
Not enough. That's a huge victory for Stockholm Joy. Stepping up to the plate, taking down a favored Naughty Dogs.
It's the 2nd game in a row that time has run out, and the Stockholm Joy capitalizes on the situation with the body count being higher.
Here we have Roussan completely mad as Storkenfeld takes him out and gets up in that snake. Maximus comes across from the car wash, taking out McCluskey in that center, and he gets a couple extra and lets Magnus know he's #1.
Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, it's the Fast and Furious Chicago Evil taking on the Cali Kids, OC Bushwackers, a classic Paintball Championships presented by Vault. We're getting ready for the Chicago Evil and the Orange County Bushwackers to square off. Bushwackers led by the big man, Big Dan Lee. Jason Mandel, also a sharpshooter. And the Chicago Evil counter with the madness of Mark Worrell. The 33-year-old from Detroit, Michigan, can play the entire field, Matty.
Good matchup here between 2 closely matched teams. Would give a slight advantage to a Chicago Evil. Bushwackers need to really control the snake to be effective in these games. Look for Leo Rabago to be playing the snake. He can play the front player role well when he stays calm and doesn't make bad decisions.
All right, this should be a good matchup. The OC Bushwackers versus the Chicago Evil. Game #1. It's the best of 3. 7 men per team, 4-minute increments. We're out.
Owen Hatella gets shot off the break. Bad start for Evil as they lose one of their better players.
And they lose another one. Frederick gets an early paint job. This is a fast-paced game so far.
And Rabago getting to that snake, but he takes a ball as well. Players dying real fast here at the beginning of this game.
6-5 Bushwackers.
Bushwackers with that slight advantage. They're already in the dollhouse. Bushwackers making some quick moves.
Who's that? It's Mandel. So the refs taking care of business as they dispose of him. 5-5.
It's all even right now. Both teams decent field position. Big Dan getting up in the mix. Gracefully slides into that car wash. Let's see if he can make this shot. Oh, nice shot by Big Dan.
Big Dan takes out Dresser and brings the Evil down to 4 players left.
And the veteran Dresser gets an extra one to his neck on his walk-off as we check out Brandon Perdue.
And Mark Worrell is gone. Perdue shoots him.
Trace, this game looks horrible for Evil right now. A lot of their best players are standing in the dead box watching the rest of this game. As we watch Ken Nunes and the rest of the OC Bushwackers handling business, up 2 players right now against Chicago Evil.
Oh, and our camera takes one for the team.
And so does Big Dan.
Big Dan is out.
Takes a couple extra bonus balls.
So the Evil's still hanging in there, Matty.
That's right, but it's looking like McKinley on the move right
Nice.
now with the run-through. Taking out Evil players left and right, switching hands, takes out David Zorn and Leneve. Page gets shot off the back line as well from one of the other Bushwackers. Awesome move there at the end of the game by McKinley.
Great charge. Medeiros acquires the flag to close out game 1.
And a bunch of the best Chicago Evil players getting shot early in the game spelled their doom.
More Bushwacker and Evil action to come as we will go to a game to pack some serious punch, and it's all about the air, isn't it, Matty?
That's right. These paintball guns are powered by very durable compressed air systems. 4,500 PSI, 68 cubic inches. You get about 1,200 rounds at each one.
Nice. It's time to get set for game 2 here at Bicentennial Park in Miami. Bushwackers took game 1 from the Chicago Evil, and we'll see how Mark Worrell and the crew respond to adversity.
5.
Mad dash at the beginning of the game.
Good breakout by both teams. No one's lost anybody yet. Here we have Evil in red, Bushwackers in blue. Oh, Bushwackers losing a bunch of guys.
And it's the back two corners, Matty, Mandel and Nunes.
That's horrible for the Bushwackers. If you lose both your back corners, it really takes a lot of the offense away because those back guys are not able to wrap around and let your front guys get up into those important front bumpers.
And Robago is down. So the Bushwackers, after winning game one, kicked the Evil Beehive and made them pretty mad.
Just like I was telling you, one of their front players, Robago, getting shot as soon as his back player dies, not able to give him cover fire.
Evil still have all 7 men. Bushwackers down 3. They only have 4. And now they only have 3. McKinley's out.
McKinley heading back to the dead box, kicking a pod. He's not too happy about that. Bushwackers not looking so good in this game after pulling off a victory in game number 1. Chicago Evil coming out stomping.
Evil obviously put together a great strategy between the 2 games, and Big Dan Lee gets ousted.
It looks like he just got caught on a head check. He was trying to get one of his pods out, couldn't quite get it out, just left his head out a little bit too long. Here we go, Evil playing very smart. They're up 5 bodies right now. No reason they should give away any bodies for any reason.
Meaty Arrows with a blast to the goggles, and he's toast 7-1 Evil.
It's just a matter of time for Purdue right here.
And that time is now, Matty. Purdue is toast. Evil have 7 men. It's a clean sweep. So the Evil obviously getting very mad after the Bushwackers took them down in game 1, so they tie it up.
That's right. Zorn goes and hangs the flag. We got McKinley right here. Not able to avoid this paintball. Couldn't get his head back in time. And we have Meaty Arrows getting a little bit greedy here. Chicago Evil coming out stomping. And they have a perfect game handling the Bushwackers here in game 2.
Well, the Evil with a near-perfect game, playing the entire field to their advantage. Matty Marshall is going to take us down onto the field to tell us how to play the various bunkers and how not to get shot.
What's up, I'm Matty Marshall, and I'm going to take you guys up through the paintball field, and we're going to check out each different spot and show you guys how to play the different styles of paintball. In order to play any sort of bunker, you have to kind of go through what's called bunker logic. Okay, now bunker logic is the thoughts and things that you do in order not to get hit by paintballs and to shoot them. It sounds simple, but it's very important. This is the back player spot. It's a little bit farther away from the paintballs than the rest of everyone else. Now, the first thing that I do, keeping my gun tucked in tight like this, okay, and my head tucked in tight, is I want a head check. Now, on the head check, I'm basically coming out, and I'm not even really looking down the field at their position at all. The first thing that I'm doing is I'm just looking for paintballs that are coming through this spot right here, okay? If I see any sort of paintballs while I'm tucked into my spot, if I see any whizzes of paintballs coming through, I'm not sticking my head out. As soon as the paintballs stop whizzing by, I'll head check. Once I head check, I can establish, and then I can bring my gun out and start gunfighting.
OC Bushwackers versus the Chicago Evil. This is game number 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, Trace, Bushwackers, they need to put something together because Chicago Evil is playing on fire right now.
Yeah, they seem very mad, but the game is tied up at 1 apiece. It's the best of 3 as they begin.
Good breakout from both teams, 7 alive. Kansas in the snake for Chicago Evil.
Credo, an early casualty.
Evil already in the car wash and the dollhouse. And the snake, very good field position for the Chicago Evil here in game 3.
7-6 Evil. The ref comes out to check to see if there's any paint.
And Robago is clean. He's way out on the tape on that snake side, very exposed.
Meaty Arrows, he receives his walking papers. The Bushwackers are down 2. Evil still has 7 strong.
I don't know what plan that Big Dan was talking about, but I haven't seen anything out of the Bushwackers in this game as of yet. Evil just continuing their domination.
And Jason Mantle jumps into the snake. And Big Dan Lee, talking big earlier, he's done.
It's now 4-on-7. Evil pressing their advantage. As you see Ken Nunes laying down some lines of fire.
What's the ref checking out?
The referee's in there checking out Brian Hanses. And Frederick walks off for Evil.
Frederick back at the Aztec, he's done.
Now you see the field position here. Bushwackers actually have decent field position even though they only have 4 players left because they have 2 players in that snake.
And McKinley can't survive. The Bushwackers down to 3. The Evil still have 6 strong.
6 strong against 3. Hansis is looking for his shot here. Robago continues his domination of that tape line, though. But it's going to be real hard for the Bushwackers to pull this out. As we see Mandel, he's trying to look for some sort of move. Maybe he can pull in the center. Yeah, I think he wants to go.
He does.
He bumps across to the car wash. Let's see what he can do with that. That was a pretty good move to come across.
Making a move.
He's making a move. He's trying to run through.
Get him out! Get him out!
Oh, and he didn't make it.
And
Jason Mandel gets absolutely destroyed. But you know, hey, Trace, you're trying to make something happen at that point. He's got 50 shots on him, but you know, at least he died going forward.
And the Evil still have 6 men, so he's got to make a move. And the Bushwackers are down to 1. The lone remaining man, Robago. Can the Evil get him and close the deal?
He's just fodder in that snake right now, Trace. There's no way he's going to be able to pull off this 6-on-1. It's just a matter of time until somebody comes and gets him out of there. Here we have Worrell. He's looking for it. Yeah, he sees there's no one left alive. And there he goes. Assassinate.
They send 1 man in to close the deal. Robago is out, and Worrell snags the flag and secures the 3rd game, closing out the best of 3, Matty.
Very good play by the emotional leader, Mark Worrell. We see the referee in there checking Brian Hansis out. He's clean. His buddy behind him is not, though, but Evil just destroying Jason Mandel. Trying to make something happen, though. Got to give him props for that. Takes about 40 shots to the grill. And here we have Mark Worrell taking down Robago in the snake to end it.
Let's send it over to Jamie Little. She's with David Zorn.
Well, Evil once again prevails. Round 3, they take the win in the 3rd game. Very commanding performance. You guys didn't just win, you dominated.
Well, we lose the first one, makes us kick it up 1 more notch, go back, win the 2nd and 3rd. That's what we needed.
What is making you guys so solid right now, especially in this 3rd round?
Spirit. We're all getting real into this event. We're doing well.
When we get back, it's hurricane time. New England taking the Storm to the top team in the world. San Diego Dynasty coming.
Your source for coupon, corporate events, open play, and bachelor party. BFG Paintball.
Presented by Vault. It's time to bring on the big dogs. San Diego Dynasty getting set to take on the Hurricanes. Dynasty led by all-world Ollie Lang as well as speedy Ryan Greenspan. They'll match up against the youngest team in pro paintball, the New England Hurricanes led by the Mayer brothers, and a fleet of young up-and-comers looking to knock Dynasty off their throne. They'll be gunning for Dynasty's top guy, superstar Ollie Lang, who is at the top of his game and has led Dynasty to the pinnacle of the paintball world.
Definitely the Michael Jordan of paintball, this Dynasty superstar comes from Northern California, a hotbed of pro talent. This 23-year-old is such a standout that he hopes to use his success to bring paintball to the masses.
My name's Oliver Lang. I'm a versatile player. I can play in the front, the mid, or the back. Played pro since I was 17. At that time, I was the only person that played pro at 17. Started playing paintball at a birthday party. And then before I knew it, it was my whole career, my life. It's really understandable. You put in so much time and effort and blood, sweat, and tears. And you leave your house at 6 o'clock in the morning to fly across the country to get to an event and walk the fields all day and figure out who you play on where and what time and watch games and scout people and scout teams and know who everybody is. By the end of the weekend, you're emotionally and physically drained. And if you lose, it's the end of the world. And if you win, it keeps you going. It's the best sport in the world.
Now, Maddie, you play with and against Ollie Lang. What makes that guy so special?
You know, I like to call Oliver Achilles, man, because he just has an amazing will to win. He's very tenacious, and he truly believes in himself, and he just believes that anything is possible.
The West Coast and East Coast matchup, San Diego Dynasty versus the New England Hurricanes, game number 1. Best of 3. Here we go.
Dynasty has just been in championship form this entire event. Hurricanes playing very well. I don't know if they're going to have enough to stop the onslaught at Dynasty, though.
Back left corner, Savoy is out.
Savoy heading to the dead box. That's not going to help the Hurricanes' chances here. As Dynasty gets off to a quick lead.
No quick eliminations except for one from the Canes.
Both teams settling in right now. Oh, Foglia is hit. He's walking to the dead box. Oliver Lang's in the first notch of the snake now. Ollie plays all over the field. You're never going to see him in the same bunker twice.
Ryan, I got the cannon.
searching for a shot.
And he gets one.
Tim Mayer, the Canes, not playing very well right now. They got people dying out of their bunkers. You cannot beat Dynasty if you're losing people for no reason. Dynasty, very good field position right now. Moved a player up to the 50-yard line bunker. We see Bernaccia there in the first notch of the snake. But you can see the middle of the field. Oh, and Greenspan.
Wow, star player, Greenspan of Dynasty is done.
You never really see Greenspan die early in a game. But he walks off early here. He's the first player dead for Dynasty. They still have a 2-player advantage right now, 6-4. Oliver Lang pointing at somebody. And he got to Billis. Oliver Lang's tearing up this game.
And Perchek is done for Dynasty, so Dynasty is only up by 2. Kane's still strong with 3, though.
5-on-3. Ollie's bumped all the way to the Hurricanes car wash.
Uh-oh.
And Alex Frazier's right behind him. Brian Cole, this game's over. Trace, this game is over.
Ollie Lang with the move, and he waves his hand. Lang is out. So does this mean the Canes still have a chance, Matty?
You know, Trace, I don't think so. You got Brian Cole and Alex Frazier moving up that tape. You got Thomas Mantoni in a back bunker. That doesn't happen very often. I think it's just a matter of time before the rest of the Dynasty players. Yep, and there it goes. Thomas Mantoni gets shot out of that back bunker. And here comes the Dynasty onslaught.
One remaining player, and that's Scott Mayer, and he is done as Brian Cole grabs the flag as the San Diego Dynasty prevails in game numero 1, Matty.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Hurricanes have been playing well this event, but we see here they could not win a gunfight in this game. They had no luck whatsoever in their gunfights. You cannot play like that against Dynasty, as we see Dynasty closing this game out with that controlled aggression that they've become so well known for. The Hurricanes are going to have to step it up to have any chance against the world champion Dynasty.
Dynasty wins game 1. We'll go to game.
Presented by Vault. Drinks like a soda, kicks like an energy drink. Vault. Get to it.
We are back at the U.S. Paintball Championships. The New England Hurricanes preparing for what they hope will be an assault on Team Dynasty. Canes losing game 1 to what seems to be a highly motivated San Diego team.
Trace, you would like to think the Dynasty would get complacent from time to time, but at this point, they played at a high level in every game. Look for more aggressive play from these guys. They just don't stop.
Hey, now, it's your first ball into the back center, all right? Yeah. Hey, yo, go from over there, please.
San Diego Dynasty versus the New England Hurricanes, game 2 underway.
Conservative breakout for Dynasty. Quincy Boyas getting some shots off before he gets to his bunker. Rob Landry already in the car wash for the Hurricanes. And Ryan Greenspan gets stuck with Yosh Rao in that back bunker. He's going to head to the dead box, but so is Bernaccia trying to make a quick bump to the snake. He gets picked up. Ollie Lang seizing that all the way almost on the Hurricane side of the field right now. That's why Ollie Lang's the #1 player in the world.
So it quickly goes back to even 6-on-6. Not anymore. Mantoni is toast.
Oh, and the Hurricanes lose one of their offensive threats, Thomas Mantoni.
Lang in the snake.
We say Ollie Lang quickly sees that advantage that they had. Dynasty right now only up a body, but Ollie Lang is very far. Is almost on the Hurricane side of the field. You see past the 50-yard line.
Landry gets dirty at the car wash. He's out. Kane's down. 2 guys.
Kane still with a lot of guns left, but when Dynasty gets up bodies, it's really, really hard to get back at him. We see Nick Foglia trying to get something going for his team.
Once again, you hear the communication. How can you tell? I mean, which is your team yelling, Matty?
Well, you really learn to pick up distinctive voices. You hear Johnny Perchek out there, very distinctive voice.
Dorito's gone! Dorito's gone! Dorito's gone! What's the G count, yo? Does anybody know?
You know, Oliver can hear Johnny all the way on the other side of the field.
They left him in! No! I just shot him in the pack! In his pack! Johnson broke on his
When
ball!
the ref comes out and he calls DeBillis on it, so he's down. Canes 3, Dynasty 6.
It's not looking good right now. DeBillis was one of the only guys able to shoot at Oliver cross-field in that snake. As we see here, Dynasty just dominating the center side and the snake as well.
Can you hear me, yo?
The Canes stuck in those back bunkers. You see Alex Frazier probing.
Hey, Dan, Brian, look at me. Look at me.
Foglia in the back.
Dan, Brian,
Alex is in the Hurricanes car wash.
See your mirror. Johnny, pinch out the
4-minute time limit. It's running out quickly. The Canes now lose Savoy.
And here goes Alex Frazier on the run-through, taking out Mayer and Foglia. And the captain of Team Dynasty, Alex Frazier, showing why he too is one of the best players in the entire world.
So the San Diego Dynasty stops the eye of the Hurricanes from wrecking their day. They're victorious.
And we see Bernaccia trying to get up too fast into that snake, leaving his leg out. Oliver shoots that guy. Alex Frazier on the super run-through, taking two guys at once right here. Didn't even get shot.
Dynasty so powerful. Alex Frazier's down with our Jamie Little.
The only undefeated team after 3 rounds now. You swept it just now, but right at the end, it was your moves that put you guys over the top. How'd you do it?
Well, I mean, when you have a good body advantage on the other team and you know where all the guys are, you know, it's pretty simple to put a move like that together. It looks more elaborate than it is. You know, most of the work is really done in the first part of the game. But, you know, it's fun to get a little bit of glory.
Well, the glory definitely belongs to Alex Frazier and his team Dynasty. They're sitting atop our standings after the 3rd round of our round robin. Just 1 win ahead of the pack. And it's now time for our Vault Assault, brought to you by Vault. Drinks like a soda, kicks like an energy drink. Vault, get to it.
It's all about Mark Worrell. This guy led his team to a victory over the Bushwackers with some sick run-throughs, and his leadership has his squad in contention. Mark Worrell taking care of business with the Vault Assault.
Well, that completes ESPN's coverage of today's 3rd round. Join us again as the round robin continues as we head on a collision course for the 50 Gs. For Matty Marshall and Jamie Little, I'm Trace Worthington. We'll see you later.